Hello, everybody, and welcome to Music Industry Insights Worldwide. Today we've got Billy with us. Hi, Billy, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. Thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you so much for coming along today, sharing your story, your time, and your expertise with us. Do you want to tell the listeners a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, and what you do?
Of course. My name's Billy Holley. I'm 24. I'm a songwriter and composer, looking into going into recording artist.
Awesome.
I've been doing music since I was about 8 years old. I started off, with the trumpet.
Yeah.
Um, I performed at the Royal Albert Hall, Windsor Castle, the O2 Arena. Um, just released my first single on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, just looking forward to the journey.
Oh, well done. So tell us a little
Thank
bit more
you.
about the single. What's that about? What's your music about?
It's about resilience. So it's a universal message
Yeah.
to anyone who's, going through struggles or have been going through struggles.
I think we all have that.
Um,
So,
yeah, of
honest.
course. And then it's just about overcoming them. There's a lot of people in the world that, are scared to, or I wouldn't say scared. It's so much more the fact that they're scared of having their voices heard,
Yeah.
speaking up about it. So
Yeah.
it's
Finding
pretty much that.
people out. So you're
Yeah,
being a representation for other people who are like that. So what kind of
yeah.
style of music is it?
It's an emotional pop song, but this one's more upbeat.
Okay, so
So
an album, an EP, what's going on? Is there a couple of
the album's in progress for next year.
okay, well,
Yeah,
a lot with that. Hope it goes well. It's not far
thank you
off.
very much.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm sure you'll smash it. So
yeah.
have you had like a musical education? Was that a hobby? How did you get into that?
Well, in terms of musical education, I haven't really gone through the traditional route
Yeah, okay.
of music. So I didn't go to like music school, music college, nothing like that.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I've had like mentors and I've had experiences along the way. It's like in primary school. I started off with the trumpet, of course.
Okay.
Um, but there was one teacher that really believed in me. No one else, everyone else said, you're not going to make it.
Yeah. So at least someone
um,
believes in you. That's really important.
Absolutely, and I mean, I think that's what a lot of people need. Um, in this day and age,
Hmm.
it's got. Don't get me wrong, it's got a lot better in terms of the support and like the funding through the schools.
Brilliant.
But I think in terms of people actually believing in someone or just speaking up and telling them,
Yeah.
it goes a long way. Then through secondary school, within school, I didn't really have in terms of like the music practice and like the practical side of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't really fundamental to speak. I was mainly focused on like composition and songwriting
Yeah.
in
Fair.
secondary school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then outside of school, that's where my experiences came. So I was playing with like the band of the Household Cavalry, the band of the Royal Marines.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and then I was playing in a couple of other bands as well.
And whereabouts are you based? I didn't ask.
I'm in High Wycombe.
Oh, in High Wycombe, that's not far actually.
Yes.
I know it. I know it quite well. So, is there a lot of kind of stuff for you, kind of musically, to learn and get out there and network and meet other musicians? How does
It's
that?
a lot easier. So I've recently just moved back from Morecambe.
Okay.
So I was living up in Morecambe for 3 years.
Yeah.
Um, it's a lot easier to obviously network here because obviously you're near central London.
Yeah.
You got the tube nearby. So in terms of the networking and the social events, there's a lot more, freedom and a lot more engagement where I am now.
Brilliant.
Um, so yeah, in terms of like events, there's quite a lot of events. There's studios nearby.
Hmm.
Yeah, in terms of networking, it's a lot more proactive than it was, let's say, about 3 months ago.
Brilliant. And do you have like a campaign around your release? So, how are you going to deal with that? So, you got the music coming out, you're doing some live gigs and stuff?
So, in terms of this release that's just happened,
Yeah.
um, I think it was like a month campaign.
Brilliant.
Um, I was in Morecambe at the time, so it was a
Yeah.
little bit more. It was a little bit more, it was harder to be honest to in terms of the campaign
Yeah.
because my campaign was like more focused around like London.
Oh, okay. Brilliant.
Um,
Yeah.
to get the fan base, and to get like listeners,
Yeah.
and just to get the emotional connection as well. Because I was originally born in London,
Okay, whereabouts?
Lewisham.
Oh, okay, so you're South Londoner.
I am South.
Yeah, South. Okay, well, I'm in Islington. I'm not originally from here, but I live in Islington, so I kind of know it well. Been down there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. Wow.
It's got a lot better.
Yeah, we
It's
say that it's got a lot better now. It's been renewed
yeah,
quite a bit, so that's good.
but
And
yeah, in terms of the actual campaign itself,
yeah,
it was more so like radio interviews,
okay, it's good.
to push the listeners like through radio,
Yeah,
because nowadays airplay is huge within the music industry,
yeah.
and it's always going to be as well.
Did you use TikTok or anything like that? Have you?
I use TikTok, yeah. I didn't really push TikTok that much until about 2 weeks in.
Yeah, because I heard people are telling me quite a bit about TikTok's quite important. So yeah, hopefully that
It
will.
is, but the algorithm as well is very hard to break into the algorithm.
Yeah,
But like any platform, it's just like the niche is a lot more stagnant on TikTok than it is
okay.
for like Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it went all right. To be honest, on Tuesday and Wednesday, Rising peaked at 37th in the UK pop charts.
Congratulations, that's brilliant news.
Thank you.
That's really, really
Yeah, it
good.
was it was good, and it's my first release as an independent artist as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. So you should be
So
really proud of that. And that's the first
yeah,
week, right?
I'm buzzing.
So yeah, congratulations. Well, massive
Thank you
congrats.
very much.
And what kind of challenges and barriers have you faced? Obviously, making music, being in music. What do you find a challenge?
Challenges breaking into the industry.
Yeah,
To be honest, getting your foot in that door
yeah,
was a massive thing for me,
okay,
because I didn't know, because I didn't go through the traditional music school,
okay,
where you can build like connections and networks.
yeah,
It was so much more of the fact that I was just reaching out to people. I went on LinkedIn. I was reaching out to music professionals there.
brilliant.
Um, in terms of the release, I had early feedback from quite well-known people. It's like Grammy-winning producers, Emmy-winning songwriters. So
So you've got your foot in the door now.
yeah, just a
Amazing.
little bit.
Yeah, well done. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
It's really,
But
really good.
yeah, as well in terms of challenges, I think getting your foot in the door is one of them,
Mhm.
but also getting in front of the decision makers as well.
Absolutely.
That's the hardest.
Yeah,
If you're going to get signed to like a record label, you need the connections within the record label first. I
yeah,
mean, you
yeah,
need to know like the A&R team,
yeah.
um, but it's so much more complex than people think.
I imagine.
Um, People think they can just like go on to like, so for example, a lot of people these days busk on the streets, right?
Yeah, isn't that
And then
crazy?
they blow up on like TikTok, and then they get signed to a record label.
Yeah, especially they used to have it on the underground, but I think they're trying to ban it, which is a bit of a
I
shame.
think they are, yeah.
It's a shame because you see a lot of talent that way. Do you know what I mean?
And now these days, I mean, in central London now, they got like these, I think they're like yellow squares
Yeah,
where they can only busk in those yellow squares.
at a certain time as well. Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
ridiculous. I
crazy.
mean,
We're losing our creativity, but
oh,
hopefully we've got artists like you, new fresh artists coming up,
I
uh, raising the
appreciate
bar.
that. Fingers
Um,
crossed.
yeah. So, what do you think about the equity, diversity, inclusion? Do you think we're getting more representation? Do you think it's easier? You're from a working class background.
Um,
Not always been easy. So, how do you feel
I
about?
think, I mean, in terms of we are doing well,
Yeah,
but it can definitely massively improve. Um, I mean, there's like, say for example, Bangra. I mean, in the Asian community is very well established,
yeah,
but so much more in like the mainstream community, it's not. But I mean, there's so different. There's so many different styles of music, in different cultures that we're just overshadowing. To be honest, for example,
I think
in the last 2 3 years, Afrobeats, Afrofusion,
yeah,
have really blown up and come into the mainstream.
yeah,
Um, And I mean, I like to see that for like other, the other communities and the other cultures as well, because
Yeah, I
if we
think
don't incorporate all the cultures, the music will become stagnant itself.
that's what you're starting to see. I think the sales are starting to slow down. The industry's not growing as fast as it should be.
Absolutely.
There's more competition now in the global market. So we've got to be innovative as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's all about creativity as well. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people bring different styles and different creative sides to music.
Hmm.
Um, and I mean, I know, I know someone who can play the guitar with one hand, but I mean,
I could.
yeah, I can't play the guitar, so
That's it. I can't play
I wish I could start.
Yeah. I think that's great as well. Like, oh, what was I going to say now? That's kind of got me in a thought. Um, I was also thinking, like, obviously it's hard work being an artist. It's not easy.
It's
You've
not.
put a lot of hard work into it. How have you felt that, and has that impacted your mental health, and how do you feel about yourself?
Well, in terms of my work, I mean, I have to balance the creative side and the business side.
Yeah.
Because I'm primarily a songwriter and a composer.
Okay.
You
So,
know, I'm taking vocal lessons as well.
cool.
Um, and then the journey's only going to get bigger and better from here.
Well done.
However, I've got to mix the writing, the composing, the producing, and then on the flip sides, I've got to do the marketing, I've got to do the campaigning, I've got to do podcasts, interviews
Yeah.
to really push.
Yeah.
But I am fortunate. I'm being represented as well
See.
by a DJ over in America called Bennie James. He
Okay.
was the he was the executive producer on a lady called Mary Anito um, on her very first album that reached number 4
Oh my God, that's why you're getting these good numbers. See, you got
in the soul charts.
yeah.
So, but he's very good in terms of the advice he can give me. Um,
Excellent.
the the actual overall decisions are obviously my final decisions.
Yeah.
However, the guidance he gives is great. I
Yeah.
mean, he would
You've got the
if
creative
something's
direction, he's got the guidance.
yes, if something's really bad,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he'll tell you. He ain't
That's
scared
good.
to tell you,
Good.
which is really good because it also, and I mean, in a way, I mean, lessons. They're all lessons. I mean, even any criticism I get, I mean,
Yeah.
luckily I haven't had any criticism on a single yet. Um,
Yeah.
but if there's any criticism, I go back to the drawing board
You can make it better next time.
and make it better next time.
Exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't
It's a
take it.
lesson.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it personally at all.
No,
I think for
no,
me, it's
not at
just one of
all.
them things you just got to keep it moving basically at the end of the day. And yeah, just do what you follow your heart and just let the creative juices flow, I guess. That's how it works, isn't it? So
Absolutely.
you produce all yourself and you produce your
I
music.
do. I do. I do the composing. I use Cubase. That's the software for the recording software I use. I use Cubase.
Yeah,
So I do all the producing myself.
talented.
Um,
I can't do
but
I can
got my little
write,
studio here.
I can sing, I can songwrite, but producing as well. That's skills.
It takes time. That's
Yeah.
it. It just, and I mean, bearing in mind, I mean, when did I started properly songwriting when I was 17.
Okay. So you've been around.
Um, it's not long ago actually. In terms of a lot of people in the industry these days, they've
Yeah.
been doing that for 20, 30 years.
Okay.
Um, but yeah,
So
producing, I think I started producing, I think in 2021, 2022.
yeah.
It's only about 3, 4 years ago.
I suppose you're still learning, but you can learn from some of the good ones that you work with. That's nice.
Absolutely. And the main thing is I'm self-taught as well.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So if there's anything I need to improve, then
You've
now
got
I've got those connections, I can just outsource
yeah.
the improvements.
And do you produce at home or do you go to a
I
studio?
pr- I produce at home.
Okay, that's cool.
Well,
That's
I've got my little recording studio
yeah,
here.
that's so good. That's good. So you're lucky you can just go into your little room when you want it and just
Yeah.
nice. Very, very nice. So what would you like to see improve in the music industry in the next couple of years?
I think. we need to balance between, you know, major major artists and
Mm,
independent
mm,
artists.
mm.
I mean, there's so much major artists can give you. Yeah, they're established. Um, However, most of them are one-dimensional. To be honest, I don't know how other people see it. I think there could be room for improvement in terms of the equality between the independent artists.
Mm.
So, like for example, when I was pitching my one of this song to one of the radio stations, they turned around to me and said, we're only commercially licensed to play established artists.
Oh yes, am I? Yeah,
Yeah, some of them are, some of them aren't, but because of the numbers, they like to obviously stick with the
yeah.
established major artists, which
And
is understandable
but then it makes it harder for emerging artists as well. Then you've also
to
got
break through.
who
Yeah,
use their clothing as well. So you're really up against it as well to get out there and build that fan.
yeah. And I mean, in terms of the financial side as well for independent artists,
Mm.
the established artists, they've all got major label backing. The labels are paying for their marketing, they're paying for their campaigns, they're
But they
paying
advance,
for
don't
the
they?
yeah,
Usually,
they're paying for the producers.
yeah,
Um, they pay for the airplay as well. Whereas independent artists, they've got to do it all themselves.
exactly. That's the hardest part of it as well. Is finding those right people. But if you've got a good team around you and you know what you're doing and you're learning all the time, I'm
Yeah,
sure that's what I've been doing. And it does help, but I just think sometimes it's tricky when you're doing it by yourself. If you have that investment or money behind you, it does make it easier.
it is as well, but it's also valuable lessons which you can take. Say, for example, if you get signed one day to like a label,
But
you've got those insights into what you can bring as well.
yeah, absolutely. And I always say that to myself. But there's been many ups and downs. How do you deal with the ups and downs and the round and rounds and full on right?
um, I mean, in the last year or so, I mean, there's been not so many downs, to be honest.
Brilliant. That's good.
Um, I just really surround myself with, family,
Yeah.
my best mates, and they're just really cracking on between work and music. To be honest, however, as an independent artist, it's very hard to balance.
Yeah.
Making a living for yourself while working
I know.
to afford the funding to then have the time to then make the music itself.
And do you have any techniques or kind of things that you do? Like I do meditation and stuff like that. Do you do any of that kind of stuff to?
I like to watch football. It's
Okay.
very calming for me.
Okay. When was one last time?
Not when Liverpool are playing though. I get very stressed when Liverpool are playing.
Okay. But when so you're all right. I'm not a football person. I'm a soccer.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anything else? I could watch the Olympics, but not football. I don't know why. I don't know why, unfortunately. But anyway, back to you. Let's have a look here. What is there any major wins or successes you'd like to share with us before you go?
Yes. I think in terms of, and I mean, it can be a motivational. It can be motivational for a lot of people to
Mm,
have come from a working class background.
yeah,
To be honest,
yeah,
I mean, to say I've performed at the Royal Albert Hall, Windsor Castle, the O2 Arena. Um, I mean, it's huge, but in terms of the lessons it gave me,
yeah,
um, it it gave me in terms of how to deal with pressure on on a stage or in front of people.
yeah,
It gave me how to connect with an audience,
which is
which is huge.
yeah,
And then also, I mean, once I visited, I think it was like 3 days. I did visit like the Royal College of Music just to get an insight
nice.
of like the background
Oh yeah, brilliant.
of the music industry as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of highlights, I think playing with the band of the Household Cavalry is definitely one of them.
Oh,
They were superb. Play Changing the Guards, Carols on the Hills service at Windsor Castle as well with them.
what an honor,
Um,
true honor.
yeah, it was amazing just to see how they all function, how they work, how they train.
I love
Because
that.
you think a band, they wouldn't train. Oh, they do. You
Yeah.
know,
It's very much like a military exercise, right?
yes, yeah,
Training.
and I think they all practice like 3 times a day.
I like horses, so I'm kind of into it because I love the horses and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, unfortunately, I didn't get on the horses, but
Oh, the only one
yeah,
I would have wanted to go on.
that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do. I wanted to do trooping with the colour, but
Okay, yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah,
yeah, it's an amazing event. But I mean, yeah, I'm also proud of this single as well.
could be.
I
Why so?
think as an independent artist, I haven't put music out before.
Hmm.
Um, well, officially anyway.
Hmm.
I think it's a really huge step in terms of again being an inspiration to others. What the message is about as well,
Wicked.
and how well it's doing.
Yeah,
Today it's blowing up on TikTok a little.
there you go. See,
Yeah, I mean it's
progress,
doing well.
progress.
No negative comments, but I'm expecting a few. That's where I go back to the drawing board.
Well, you know what? If people want to listen to them, where can they find those?
They can find it on all the digital streaming platforms. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Deezer.
Yeah, and you're on social
All
as well.
uh, I've got TikTok, which is Billy Holley 123 and official Billy Holley.
Yeah,
Got um Instagram,
yeah.
which is official Billy Holley. And I got another TikTok, which is Billy Holley Music.
Hmm.
And then you can also go and check out my website.
I'll leave them in the links. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you ever so much. I really enjoyed listening to your story, your advice. You know, your new music's coming out, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very, very much.
No, thank you for having me.
This will be all right. That'll be fine. This will be out in another 2